everyone, it's good to see you. Welcome to Karen's Community Kitchen. Today we are going to learn how to make Chinese fried rice. It's a great, easy, inexpensive dish to have on hand. We're going to add scrambled eggs to this one, so that'll give it your protein, so you can actually make a complete meal out of this. You can add some meat to it too if you like, some chicken, and or just serve it as a side dish. But for us, we're going to use the eggs and we're going to make it to a vegetarian meal. We're going to start with some sesame seeds, I should say, in a nice warm pan. This is in case you don't have sesame oil, which not everybody has. So we're going to toast these just a little bit. That starts to release the oil in the sesame and get them nice and toasty tasting, really yummy that way. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Let them sit there for a sec. You don't want to burn them, so just be mindful of that. Give them a little stir. You should be able to start to smell that lovely, warm, toasty smell coming up. So those are good. I'm just going to let those go. You can see them just barely starting to turn. Oh, maybe you can't. I can see them starting to turn a little bit brown, which is what we're after. So then I'm going to add my oil. You want a neutral oil. So a nice couple tablespoons of, I'm using canola oil. I'm going to throw in our diced onions. You can hear that sizzle, so you know the pan is nice and hot. Give these a chance just to saute for a moment or two. You want them to be soft, translucent. If you have a wok to do this in, it's great, particularly if you have a carbon wok as opposed to a non-stick wok, because then you can crank the heat up and cook these really, really fast. I'm using a non-stick frying pan, so I have to keep my heat at medium so that I don't destroy the coating on the frying pan. That's important. We're just going to keep sauteing. You see the sesame seeds are starting to brown even more, which is great. Get the onions going. They're starting to change from opaque, which means you can't see through them, to translucent, which means you can. So I wanted to talk a little bit about rice. Lots and lots of different kinds of rice on the market. I have used a medium grain Calrose rice for this, which is fairly traditional in Asian cooking. But really, any rice will do. Rice is a great source of food for a lot of people around the world. It's an inexpensive choice for carbohydrates, which of course give you energy, so good for that. So there we go. Got our everything's, you see it's all nice, getting nice and brown and delicious. Now we're going to throw in the rice. So here's my hack for this. When you're cooking a rice dish, I always double the amount that I cook, and then I have cold rice left over for fried rice the next day or a couple days down the road. Rice keeps quite well in the fridge. So we're going to add our cold cooked rice right into the frying pan. Keep stirring it up. I'm breaking it up as I go because this is medium grain rice, tends to be a little on the sticky side. It's not sticky rice, but it is stickier than, say, a basmati. It's great because sticky rice you can eat with chopsticks. Can you hear my dog in the background? Apparently it's spring. She's got sneezes. Who knows with that dog? She got into some chocolate the other day, so I'm just thankful that that's all she's doing is sneezing. Chocolate can be quite lethal for dogs. This one, it doesn't seem to bother. She quite likes it, actually. Okay, look at this. Coming up nicely. You can see all those toasty little sesame seeds in there and the onions. Okay, so here's the fun part. We're just going to push this to the side. Clearly I should be using a bit bigger pan, or maybe not quite so much rice. And Oh, Remy, there she is. So now what I'm gonna do, got my 2 eggs. If you're using this as a main dish, I would suggest you go with 4 or 6 eggs and maybe scramble them on the side. But we're just gonna pop them in the pan, like this. And we're gonna give them a little scramble. Just on the side here. Eggs cook really, really fast. You'll notice I haven't salted anything yet because we are going to put soy sauce in this rice. Soy sauce is a very good source of salt. So we're going to use that as our salt. I did, however, cook the rice with salt. That's important to note. Because you want the rice to have some good flavor. Salt is flavor. Okay, so there's my eggs all scrambled up, so I'm going to mix them back into the eggs, or the rice I should say. Okay, coming along. Next, I'm going to throw in my mixed vegetables. So, what I chose for this recipe, and to keep it super pantry friendly, is I just bought a tin of mixed vegetables. So you'll see them here. There's carrots and beans in there. Potatoes, which I didn't know were in there. But what the heck? A tin of vegetables is $1. So it's great. If you have frozen vegetables in your fridge, in your freezer, they will work just as well. But I would suggest you cook them before you cook put the rice in, just to start them thawing. So look at this, all nice and mixed up. We're almost done. All we're going to do now is season this with a little bit of soy sauce. I've got some soy sauce here. 2-3 tablespoons is all you really need. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. Nice thing about this is if you've got 2 tins of vegetables, you can use 2 tins. If you've got 1 tin, you can use 1 tin. It's almost a no measuring kind of a recipe. So, there you go, lovely friends. That is all there is to it. And then to serve it, you can pop it in a bowl, pop it on a plate, sprinkle a few green onions on the top, and enjoy. Take care. See you soon. Bye.